Top 25 Restaurant Manager Interview Questions and Answers. Landing a restaurant manager job takes more than just knowing food and service. It's about leadership, organization, and problem solving under pressure. In this video, we'll walk through the top 25 restaurant manager interview questions and sample answers that will help you stand out as a confident, capable leader. Whether you're applying for a fine dining establishment or a fast casual chain, these answers will prepare you to impress any interviewer. So grab your notepad. Let's dive right in. 1. Tell me about yourself. Start with a quick summary of your professional journey. Example: I've worked in the hospitality industry for over 8 years, starting as a server before moving into management. I've led teams of up to 25 staff, increased customer satisfaction scores, and streamlined operations by improving scheduling and inventory control. I'm passionate about creating positive guest experiences and developing team members to reach their potential. My goal is to bring strong leadership and consistent service excellence to your restaurant. Keep it concise, confident, and tailored to the restaurant's style. 2. Why do you want to work for our restaurant? Research is key. Show you know their brand. I admire your restaurant's focus on high-quality ingredients and customer-first service. I've dined here several times, and I noticed how consistently your team delivers an excellent guest experience. I'm drawn to your strong values around teamwork and community engagement. As a manager, I'd love to contribute to maintaining those standards while helping the team grow and exceed sales and service targets. This answer shows genuine interest and alignment with company culture. 3. What makes a good restaurant manager? A good restaurant manager balances leadership, communication, and organization. They motivate the team, maintain service quality, and handle issues calmly. A great manager also tracks performance metrics, like table turnover and guest satisfaction, while ensuring staff morale remains high. I believe in leading by example, being visible on the floor, jumping in when needed, and supporting staff so they can deliver excellent service every time. Demonstrate emotional intelligence and practical leadership. 4. How do you handle a difficult customer? Show empathy and problem solving. I listen first, without interrupting, so the guest feels heard. Then I acknowledge their concern and apologize for any inconvenience, even if it wasn't our fault. I focus on solutions, replacing the meal, offering a discount, or simply making sure the guest leaves satisfied. My goal is always to turn a negative experience into a loyal customer moment. This proves you're calm, professional, and service-oriented under pressure. 5. How do you motivate your team? I believe in recognition, communication, and clear goals. I hold daily briefings to share updates, celebrate achievements, and keep energy high. I encourage teamwork through friendly competitions and incentives. I also check in individually to understand challenges and provide support or training. When staff feel valued and involved, their motivation naturally rises, and that reflects directly in guest satisfaction. This shows emotional leadership and positive team management. 6. Describe your management style. My management style is hands-on but supportive. I set clear expectations, but I also empower my team to make decisions. I believe in open communication, fairness, and consistency. I'm approachable yet firm when needed. I adapt my style depending on the situation. For example, I coach new staff closely but give experienced employees autonomy. Ultimately, my goal is to create a high-performing, respectful team culture. Show flexibility and emotional awareness. 7. How do you manage conflicts between staff members? I address conflicts quickly and privately. I listen to both sides without judgment, identify the root cause, and guide them toward a solution that benefits the team. I remind everyone of our shared goals, customer satisfaction, and teamwork. If necessary, I establish clear behavioral expectations and follow up later to ensure improvement. My approach keeps morale strong and prevents small issues from becoming bigger problems. Demonstrates fairness and professionalism. 8. How do you ensure excellent customer service? I believe great service starts with great communication and training. I make sure every employee understands our service standards and how to handle different guest scenarios. I lead by example, monitoring floor operations and giving real-time feedback. I also review customer feedback weekly and reward staff who go above and beyond. When service excellence becomes part of the culture, consistency follows naturally. Show systems thinking and leadership presence. 9. How do you handle staff shortages or absences? When faced with short staffing, I stay calm and reorganize. I adjust the schedule, redistribute duties, and if needed, step in myself. I prioritize the busiest stations and keep service flow smooth. I also review the root cause later, whether it's scheduling gaps or burnout, and find long-term fixes. Flexibility, quick thinking, and teamwork keep things running even under pressure. Highlights adaptability and leadership under stress. 10. How do you manage food cost and inventory? I regularly review inventory reports, track usage patterns, and work closely with the chef to minimize waste. I use portion control, supplier comparisons, and weekly audits to keep costs within target. When prices fluctuate, I adjust menu items strategically without affecting quality. Managing cost isn't about cutting corners, it's about smart planning and constant monitoring. Shows financial awareness and operational control. 11. How do you handle underperforming employees? I first identify the issue, whether it's skill, attitude, or motivation. I have a private conversation to discuss performance and set clear, measurable goals. I offer coaching or additional training where needed. I document progress and recognize improvements. If performance doesn't improve, I follow company procedures for formal warnings. My approach is fair but firm, focused on growth, not punishment. Demonstrates strong HR and leadership skills. 12. How do you deal with high-pressure situations? I stay composed and solution-focused. When the restaurant gets busy or something goes wrong, I prioritize tasks and delegate clearly. I remind my team to stay calm and positive. Pressure is part of hospitality, but how we manage it defines success. I've found that preparation, teamwork, and maintaining a sense of humor go a long way in keeping stress under control. Highlights composure and resilience. 13. Describe a time you improved operations. At my previous job, we struggled with long table wait times. I analyzed the issue and realized kitchen coordination was the bottleneck. I introduced a communication system between servers and chefs using simple color-coded tickets. This reduced confusion, improved speed, and boosted guest satisfaction scores by 15%. Small operational tweaks can make a big difference. That's what I always look for. Shows initiative and measurable results. 14. How do you train new employees? I start with orientation about our brand values and service expectations. Then I assign an experienced mentor for on-the-job training. I use checklists and short evaluations after each shift to track progress. I make training interactive and supportive. New hires learn best when they feel welcomed and confident. I also encourage feedback from them, as fresh perspectives often bring great ideas. Shows structured onboarding and leadership development. 15. How do you handle customer complaints about food quality? I first apologize and thank the customer for bringing it up. Then I inspect the dish, talk to the chef, and replace the meal promptly. I ensure the guest feels cared for, maybe offering a small gesture like a complimentary dessert. Afterward, I follow up with the kitchen to prevent repeat issues. Every complaint is an opportunity to improve both service and food consistency. Demonstrates diplomacy and accountability. 16. How do you prioritize tasks during a busy shift? I focus on impact and urgency. My first priority is guest experience, making sure food, service, and cleanliness are on point. Then I handle operational needs like staffing or supplies. I delegate effectively so everyone knows their focus area. During peak hours, I stay visible and make quick adjustments as needed. Clear communication keeps the chaos under control. Shows strategic multitasking and leadership under pressure. 17. How do you measure success in your role? I measure success through guest satisfaction, team performance, and profitability. Positive reviews, repeat customers, and low staff turnover tell me we're doing things right. I also track metrics like food cost, sales growth, and employee engagement. But beyond numbers, success means building a team that's proud of their work and guests who leave happy every time. Shows balanced understanding of quantitative and qualitative success. 18. Describe your experience with scheduling and labor management. I use scheduling tools and analyze sales data to match staffing levels with demand. I rotate shifts fairly to prevent burnout and ensure full coverage. If unexpected changes occur, I maintain a list of flexible staff who can step in. I also monitor overtime closely to stay within labor budgets. A good schedule keeps both staff morale and service quality high. Highlights organization and fairness. 19. How do you handle hygiene and safety compliance? I conduct regular walkthroughs to ensure cleanliness and adherence to safety standards. I keep updated checklists for food storage, temperature logs, and sanitation. I train the team on hygiene practices and emergency protocols. If I notice violations, I address them immediately and retrain where needed. Consistent compliance protects customers, employees, and the restaurant's reputation. Shows accountability and attention to detail. 20. How do you increase restaurant sales? I analyze sales reports and customer preferences to identify high-margin items. I coach staff on upselling techniques and suggestive selling that feel natural, not pushy. I also introduce limited-time offers, theme nights, or loyalty programs. Promoting our best dishes through creative presentation or social media helps too. Sales growth happens when service and marketing work hand in hand. Shows commercial awareness and creativity. 21. Tell me about a time you led your team through a challenge. At one point, we had a sudden staff shortage during the holiday rush. I immediately reorganized roles, jumped on the floor myself, and kept morale high with short check-ins and humor. We still met our daily sales targets and received great reviews. Later, I organized a team celebration to recognize their effort. Leadership is about staying calm and inspiring confidence. Highlights teamwork and crisis leadership. 22. How do you handle negative online reviews? I take every review seriously. I respond politely, thanking the guest for their feedback and apologizing for their experience. I offer to discuss it privately to resolve the issue. Then, I investigate internally to fix any real problems. Online reputation matters. Prompt, Professional responses show accountability and often turn critics into loyal guests. Demonstrates digital professionalism and brand care. 23. What steps do you take to reduce employee turnover? I focus on communication, fair scheduling, and recognition. I check in regularly to understand team morale and career goals. Offering training and internal growth opportunities keeps staff motivated. I also make sure achievements are noticed. Even small wins deserve praise. When people feel respected and supported, they stay longer and perform better. Shows retention-focused leadership. 24. What do you think are the biggest challenges facing restaurants today? Rising food costs, staff shortages, and changing customer expectations are big challenges. Digital reviews and delivery platforms also impact operations. To stay competitive, managers need to adapt quickly, using data, optimizing costs, and maintaining great service both in-house and online. It's about balancing efficiency with hospitality, something I constantly focus on. Shows awareness of industry trends and adaptability. 25. Why should we hire you as our restaurant manager? I bring proven leadership, operational expertise, and a passion for guest satisfaction. I've consistently improved sales, reduced waste, and built cohesive teams that deliver top-tier service. I'm not just managing a restaurant, I'm building an experience people remember. My goal is to make your restaurant a place where guests love to dine and employees love to work. A confident, summarizing pitch that closes the interview strongly. And that wraps up our list of the top 25 restaurant manager interview questions and answers. Remember, confidence comes from preparation, so practice these responses until they sound natural and genuine. Every restaurant looks for someone who can balance leadership, customer service, and operational efficiency. If this video helped you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with others preparing for management interviews. Thanks for watching and best of luck on your journey to becoming a successful restaurant manager.